This is a bit of a rebuilding year for the agenda.
I'm really excited. I'm making a documentary about the show. We're ready for this.
Our goal this year is to get the agenda on the radar.
Think big. Bad press is still good press.
You guys have been on thin ice.
This is a disaster.
Great. Another week of our moms making up most of the audience.
Next!
You two can't seem to keep your hands out of the damn fire.
We could use at least 1 week without a scandal.
Megan and Amanda don't have the balls to make the big boy moves that it takes to get this show moving.
We had -3 viewers.
Guys, what the
I always talk about how we could do an agenda movie. We can enter it into a festival or something.
We switched our movie with Christina's sex tape.
Your big jump just got us disqualified.
Already, all of our attempts at even going semi-viral have spiraled into a huge garbage fire.
In the spring of 2010, the idea was pitched for a new comedy show to break out on TV2, centered around poking fun at hot topics and current events. It was called The Agenda. The show went on to become the longest running entertainment show at the station and the centerpiece for most of my fan fiction. For the past 5 months, I've made it my mission to follow the lives of this year's cast and crew and to show what really goes on behind the curtain. The good, the bad, and the just plain horrifying. I'm Marissa Matthews, and this is my senior project.
How would I sum up my experience on the agenda?
I'm trying to think of a nice way to say this.
Wait, are Megan and Amanda gonna see this?
You want the truth? I'll give you the truth. It's a show.
It's kind of the worst.
My chakras are in a constant vortex of negative energy.
To tell you the truth, I'm surprised I found it within myself to keep showing up every week.
Look, I'm not saying they're bad producers.
I mean, as people, they're great.
Love them to death. Megan and Amanda, imagine that there are 2 trains speeding down a track, and they're heading right towards each other, and they're on fire. Except there's no track, and there are no trains, and it's just 2 idiots that don't know how to run a show.
This season, yeah, I'd say it was pretty great. I can't complain.
Alright, can you guys get on the ground? You're supposed to be dead.
What if I made a blah noise like I'm dead? That would be fun.
I like that.
What? No, you're dead.
Don't dead people make noises?
What? No, dead people don't make noises.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm f***ing sure, Danny.
Okay, no need to get hostile.
You know what? I think she has every right to get hostile with you two.
Oh, we're back at this again?
Oh my god, back at this? You guys just botched the whole semester last week when you went rogue at the film festival.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, what was that, Aaron?
Oh, I just think it's funny that you think that is what ruined this semester.
Oh, do you have some kind of problem with how we run things?
Yeah, I do, actually. The way you run things is directly into the ground. This semester has been a garbage pile of problems, and they're all caused by you two.
Hey, that... Oh, okay. To be fair, we do initiate a lot of problems, but it's always executed by you idiots.
Idiots? Well, maybe we're such idiots because you wouldn't let us so much as touch a camera this whole season.
It's called quality control. Somebody had to make sure this season wasn't complete trash.
Yeah. How'd that work out for you?
You son of a bitch!
You know, the agenda might seem like all fun and games on the surface, but there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't know about. Well, you probably get a lot on camera, right? One time I wanted to shoot a video for the show, and Megan went straight up Robin and threw my camera into the river. And that's the most tame thing she's done at a shoot.
When Amanda went on her drunken bender, she spiked my coffee with Fireball right before my midterm. I would repeat that class next semester now.
When I was working on my first video for the agenda, Megan and Amanda told me if I didn't put a flaming pile of dog crap on the front doorstep of Roll Call's office that it wouldn't be good. Turns out they were just pranking me, and now I'm never allowed on Roll Call or in the TV2 office ever again.
I'm really starting to question why they let me onto the show. I mean, have you seen the show? They're lacking diversity. I think I'm the diversity.
Excuse me?
Can you stop doing that?
You want to know the real problem with this season? Commitment. Okay, at the beginning of the semester, we decided we had 2 goals. 1, we're going to make good content, and 2, we're going to try to find a little traction for this show outside of this dying medium. And okay, maybe we went a little far with the whole viral bit, but
I think it was a healthy obsession, just enough drive to get our names on the map. It's not that we went too far, it's they didn't go far enough. Right?
Do you think they're coming? Oh, they'll be here. Trust me.
Where are they?
Megan, listen.
No time. I have been waiting months for this. Where are they?
About that.
It's okay, everybody. Mom is here. Wait, why are you all in a circle? What's happening? Where's the fire?
Fire?
Yeah, Tori texted me and said that there was a fire and they set Aaron on fire and...
Fair.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. It matters especially now that you're being secretive.
No, don't. We'll talk about it later.
No, we gotta talk about it now. You just tell me what
I
it is.
texted you and told you that there was a fire, and I texted Megan and told her that I hacked your phone and leaked your nudes.
So no nudes?
Congratulations, you fell for the oldest romantic comedy trope in the book.
It's really not like that.
that.
Will you two just shut up and sit down? We brought you here for a reason.
Yeah, crush my dreams.
Megan, Amanda, we called you here today because we care about you.
Okay. What is this?
Oh God!
This is what happens to young Ohioans who get addicted to fame.
What are you talking about? We're not addicted to fame.
Ooh, bitch, we just got 3 likes on our agenda tweet.
Oh, hell yeah!
Vegas, baby!
I rest my case.
Look, we care about you, and all of us want what's best for you, but the season has been made unbearable with your obsession with going viral.
It's true. We kind of hate this.
Yeah.
Wow, that hurts. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything. We just want you guys to remember why we do this show in the first place, okay?
To gain experience for our future careers?
To meet hot young singles in my area?
No! To have fun, damn it. We all just want to have a good time and make friends. You've got this all messed up, and you've forgotten the reason for the season.
Capitalism? Spiked suicide rates?
The other one.
Seasonal affective disorder?
Losing all your treasured belongings in a Christmas tree fire?
No!
Gaining absurd amounts of weight?
Political fights at the family table?
No, how long is this bit gonna go on? I'm talking about love.
Oh.
Are you guys seriously that jaded that you've completely forgotten what makes working on this show so great? It's being a family. It's working together to create fun content that we can all be proud of. We just want that back. Can we please have that back?
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
She's just kidding. Okay, we really are taking what you're saying to heart.
Yeah, what she says is true.
We promise we'll do better next time, okay? You know, we are just a bunch of college kids, and we're trying to learn.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, we have our whole lives to get famous, which I fully intend to do, and do not even think about asking me for a mention in my Emmys speech, all right? But for now, I am really grateful to have you guys as my friends.
Wow. I love Full House.
Hello? Yes? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh my god! My sex
tape-leaped bitches!
What? Oh my god, Christina, I'm so sorry.
What? Why? This is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I've been sending that video to TMZ for years, and they finally picked it up. I guess a friend of a friend kind of leaked something about the sex tape being shown at the film festival last week, and I'm famous, bitches! Ciao.
Well, at least someone's dreams came true.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Agenda's Holiday Spectacular. I'm your host, Cindy Lou Haluk, and I welcome the pun name this week because I am in the holiday spirit. And there's no Alex here to stop me. Where's my co-host Alex Gray, you may ask? I don't know. She's missing. She's probably staring down from her cave somewhere with a sour, grinchy frown. I'm sure she'll be here at some point to ruin the holiday fun, but for now, let's rejoice. It's the time of festivities when we can all celebrate our respective holidays. I wish the audience here tonight, as well as the viewers at home, a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and a Happy Kwanzaa. I've gotten in the Christmas spirit here tonight with my Santa hat and a classic ugly sweater, which jingles when I move. I made it myself and definitely didn't buy it for $6 from the H&M website sales section. There are plenty of things to be merry and holly jolly about this season, but those are to come. Right now, let's get into some festive news. This year, the Bad Sex and Fiction Award was given to an author who compared skin to a stained bathtub in their novel. I can't say that I'm planning on reading this book anytime soon, but I'm glad Stephanie Meyer is still getting work. A teenager found a disturbing note in her advent calendar that she had ordered from Amazon. It read, "Help me please, PMP staff are evil." This sparked a fear of employee mistreatment at the PMP recruitment agency. Now, I don't believe this since I do the exact same thing when I text my friends asking for help because my professors are evil and I want out of class. After a long day of shopping and running errands with her family, a young Texan girl met Santa and asked him for a nap. When Megan and Amanda took us all on a trip to visit Santa at the mall, Danny asked for some peace and quiet, but they ended up taking her to a psych ward. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, Burger King announced their new Flamin' Hot Mac and Cheetos. And in what I'm sure is completely unrelated news, Burger King also announced they are looking to make big renovations to several locations across the bathrooms. Now, everyone, it has been a real gift to host this show all semester. Speaking of gifts, we here at the Agenda want to commemorate the gift that keeps on giving, Donald Trump's Twitter account, to really get into the holiday spirit. Isn't that right, Marissa?
Oh, yep. And we've made a 12-day Advent calendar to help us remember those that are in charge of our well-being here and into the future and during this festive time. So grab some hot cocoa and let's look behind door number 1. All right, it looks like we've got a tweet here. Oh, a lovely photo of the White House decorated for Christmas. Oh, I love it. It's like you can almost see visually the dying branches of our government. The Agenda Holiday Spectacular will be right back.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
In the small town of Elmira, New York, a boy was born into an all-American family. The odds of him achieving his dream in the fashion industry? 1 in 23 million. The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88. I am Tommy Hilfiger, and my family is affected by autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs.
All right, door number 2. Oh, a Hillary Clinton tweet. Such a classic. Crooked Hillary is the worst and biggest loser of all time. She just can't stop, which is so good for the Republican Party. Hillary, get on with your life and give it another try in 3 years. Wow, I just love how HRC looks like the cutest version of Mrs. Claus. She looks excellent in red too. Well, speaking of getting on with your life, see ya.
Okay, so festive. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivanka Trump claims that she went through a punk phase in the 90s, causing much speculation among the public. Here to shed some light on the truthfulness of this claim is Ivanka's childhood friend.
First off, that poser was not my friend. We went to the government establishment known as high school together. That's it.
So, was Ivanka really a punk? She says she loved the band Nirvana.
Of course not. Nirvana wasn't even punk, they were grunge. Sure, she dressed like me and the rest of the anti-establishment kids, but being a punk isn't just cutting holes in your jeans and wearing a flannel. Punk is your outlook and way of life, and sticking it to the man and using the barter system instead of the blood-soaked currency the bigwigs have everyone salivating for.
You used the barter system when you were a teenager?
Yeah, of course. I wasn't going to live according to the whack programming that went against my ethical values. I have a spine, unlike some people. I tried to teach Ivanka how to barter, but she was so infested by the capitalist agenda that she couldn't get a grasp on it.
How do you mean?
Okay, so this one time we all went out to our hangout spot, the local mall, and we would go hang out around outside Hot Topic and make fun of all the UGG-wearing preppies going to Abercrombie. Ivanka wanted to get a Green Day band t-shirt, so I thought I'd teach her how to acquire it via barter. She used her daddy's credit card to buy everything like the corporate zombie she was. Anyway, we went up to the checkout clerk and she rang up the shirt. It costs like $20 or something. So I turned to Ivanka and say, what do you have on you that's worth 20 buckaroos? And you know what Ivanka does?
What?
She digs around in her pin-covered messenger bag and pulls out a banana. She goes, how about this? I say, Vanky, this is a half-squashed banana. Do you think that's worth an epic bandy? She just shrugs and says her house servants do all the grocery shopping. Typical. I ask her, what else you got? And you know what she pulls out? Are you ready for this?
I sure hope so.
She takes out this tennis ball-sized pyramid covered in every kind of jewel you can imagine with an eye carved into it. She goes, how about this? So I look it over, and even though this thing is slathered in rocks, it's light as a Misfit CD. It made no sense. So I see there's a hinge in the pupil of the eye carving, and I open it up. Next thing I know, it's 3 days later, and I'm home in my bed, and my mom is telling me I had a spontaneous seizure, and we're moving to Switzerland.
Wait, what? That's
all I can say on the matter. Don't let the man get you down, comrade.
Thank you. The Agenda's Holiday Spectacular will be right back.
The holiday season can be very stressful when it comes to being around your nosy family. Not only are you expected to be nice to everyone, but they seem to bombard you with questions that never end. We're here to give you advice on how to handle this holiday season.
First, expect to see relatives you don't like. The best way to handle this situation is to just avoid them as much as you can. Walk in, say hi, maybe let them talk to you for a few minutes, and then make an excuse that you have to use the bathroom and hide in there for the remainder of the time.
Second, expect to receive a whole list of questions about yourself. Did you choose a major? What year are you in? How are your grades? Do you like your classes? Do you like your dorm or apartment? Are you eating enough? Are you getting enough sleep? Have you made any friends? Did you find a boyfriend or girlfriend yet?
Time for our third check-in at the Advent calendar. Hope you're all cozy at home. Ooh, another tweet. Lovely. Time magazine called to say that I was probably going to be named Person of the Year, like last year, but I would have to agree to an interview and a major photo shoot. I said probably is no good and took a pass. Thanks anyway. More like Gingerbread Men of the Year, am I right? I love the holidays. Back to you guys.
Look what the cat dragged in. It's our other host, Alex Gray. Where have you been, young lady?
Choir.
What?
I was at choir, Aaron. You have a problem with that? I'm expressing myself autistically.
Okay, no, it's just I didn't know you could sing.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I'll have you know I was quite the singer in high school.
Yeah, right.
Look, it's true, all right? I even played Willy Wonka in the school musical. I would dare to say I'm probably better than you.
Oh yeah? Then sing me something. Right now.
You know, never mind. I have a cold.
That's what I thought. And now that I've destroyed your confidence once again, I'm gonna finally do my readers.
A Southern California man was charged with stealing a Ferrari. He was only arrested after asking for gas money because he realized he didn't have enough to fill up the tank. You know, I've done that same thing, except it's college and not a Ferrari, and I still don't have enough money to pay for it. Please help. A South Carolina man took the munchies into his own hands, making his own meal at Waffle House at 3 a.m. while the only worker on the clock took a nap. I mean, who wouldn't think to themselves, why not do it myself? Instead of going somewhere that actually seemed like they were open, he took to the media documenting his Texas bacon cheese melt experience, gaining the attention of Waffle House themselves, who offered him a job. DMX remixed the famous children's song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer this past week, showing that not even Christmas music can hide from the hellhole of dubs and remixes. Is no one safe? New Zealand is hosting their 7th nationwide Secret Santa program. It's just like we have here in the US. Well, the government's secrets are part of it. The secrets where half of the government officials are trying to kill the poor people and party with the aliens in Area 51. All right, now I've shown Aaron how you really do, readers. Let's go over to him on the four-wall for a nice little wholesome segment.
Thanks, Alex, and bite me. You know, audience, there are 2 traditions I love about Christmas. Yeah, or holidays, as Alex would correct me. It's wearing ugly sweaters and decorating Christmas cookies. Or as Alex might call them, holiday cookies.
Nobody calls them that.
No. Anyway, I'm here with cast member Danny Langworthy, who shares my love for the holidays. She's also got her ugly Christmas sweater on.
Oh my God.
And she's going to teach us some fun ways to decorate cookies for the season. Take it away, Danny.
Hi everyone, so here we have already our baked cookies cut into the shapes of the season. Snowmen, stars, Christum, pine trees, and you name it. And over here to the side we have our frosting and the variety of colors for the holidays.
But mainly red and green, because those are the only ones that really matter. So Danny, what merry designs are we starting with here?
We're going to start with nice, simple star.
Ah, that one's my favorite. It reminds me of the Star of Bethlehem that led the wise men to our Lord and Savior.
Aaron, this is not a chance to shove your beliefs in everyone's face. If you can't be inclusive, I'm gonna bring Megan and Amanda in here and kick your merry ass.
Okay, it could also be a Star of David, just a 5-pointed Star of David. It's fine. You know what? Let's move on to the next cookie, Danny.
Okay, next we can work on the snowman. That's fun and inclusive. Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa all have snow in common, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make some nice little snowman, huh? You know. Do you have brown sprinkles?
No, why?
Well, I wanted to give him a beard. I was gonna make a Jesus snowman.
That's it, Amanda, bring in the tinsel.
Look, Alex, I'm just trying to get into the holiday spirit. This is what gets me into the holiday spirit, all right? Just don't bring out the tinsel chucks. I'll try to be more inclusive, okay?
Fine.
All right. I'm gonna start making Star of David cookies. Danny, why don't you show the audience what cool snowman designs you made? Okay. So.
Aaron!
What? I'm making Hanukkah cookies, okay?
No, this bit is canceled. Get your holly jolly ass over here right now, moron. We are moving on.
Where are we gonna put all these cookies?
Oh, I know you. I know a place Aaron can put them.
All right, fine. Sorry. I'll be over in a sec. Jeez. Go ahead.
Have you seen my mom? I was just wondering if you'd seen my mom anywhere.
No, I haven't, sorry.
The last time I saw her, she was here. She was giving a speech. She was doing a race. It's been since last October. Have you seen any women who are like blonde here today?
No, what does she look like?
I'm so glad you asked. She looks like this.
No, haven't seen her, at least not around campus. Do you know where her whereabouts might be?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking. She was blonde, she's about my height. Have you seen her?
No, I haven't. I mean, I've seen blondes about your height, but I need more description.
She looks like this.
Oh, yes, I saw her in the woods.
You saw her in the woods?
Yes.
Where, around here?
Yes. Yes, she was looking for something.
It was just it's been a struggle. Before even she went missing last year in October, I was barely seeing her. She was just going off all around the country. She said she was doing this sort of race. She wasn't wearing running shoes. I don't understand what kind of race she was up to. But then she was here, and I got to spend some time with her, and then I just got caught up in the crowd. There were so many people around, and I was shouting, "Mom, Mom, wait up!" And she just left. She left. I don't know if someone took her. She was surrounded by all these men. All these men just circled around my mom, swept her away, and then I was left with nothing. I've been waiting. I've been waiting here. Nothing.
On to door number 4. That rhymed. All right. A tweet. Let's see what we have here. Wow, Matt Lauer was just fired from NBC for inappropriate sexual behavior in the workplace. But when will top executives at NBC and Comcast be fired for putting out so much fake news? Check out Andy Lack's past. Wild. Did you know that Matt Lauer is half Jewish? Does that mean he celebrates on just 4 days of Hanukkah? I don't know how Judaism works, but I sure am interested. Well, back to you.
Well, everyone, it appears we have reached that time of the semester for finals and figuring out how we're going to get through these last 2 weeks without dying. Yes, kids, I'm going to be talking to you about the most wonderful time of the year that always gets forgotten about due to our stress-induced anxiety. Since our producers are stressed out enough as it is, we decided to have one of our cast members come on and talk about the most stressful time of the year.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Jenna, you look like crap.
Thanks, that's actually better than what most people have told me this week.
Well, what have others told you?
I wish I could tell you, but I can't say any of that on live television.
Oh, jeez. Well, it sounds like you've had one hell of a week.
You don't know the half of it.
Tell us.
Well, first I had to write a 75-page script. Then I had to do an entire project that I believe had absolutely nothing to do with the class. I had 4 videos and a desk segment to work on for the show. Next, I had 2 photography projects to shoot, edit, and turn in. There was a sociology quiz that was supposed to be available over the weekend for me to take, but my professor rarely does everything when he's supposed to do it, so I had to take it during this week. I had to do TV Tech for another class's project after the professor taught 11 people how to work everything in a 3-hour period. Lastly, I had to sit through classes I really didn't want to attend anymore for the past 4 days. At least today was my last day of classes.
And how are you now that those classes are done?
I'm dying from sleep deprivation and lack of nutrition.
You didn't eat or sleep for 4 days?
Alex, when you have a lot to do, you have to make a choice. Your personal health or your grades.
I understand. Well, just think about it like this. Winter break is only 1 week away. I know you celebrate Christmas, so what do you want to do for Christmas?
You want to know what I want? More than anything else in the world?
What's that?
I would like a nap.
A nap? You don't want any clothes or jewelry or anything or anything else?
No, I really want a nap. You're lucky I'm even awake to be on the show. I'm not on my 2nd wind. Hell, I'm not on my 3rd wind. I'm more like on my 7th or 8th wind. I'm pretty sure I'm not even alive anymore.
I'm glad. You're talking to me, so you're alive. There's a couch in the office. Why don't you just take a nap back there for the remainder of the show and possibly the weekend?
Maybe I will.
I guess that 8th wind was too much for her. You saw it here, everyone. Make sure to get enough sleep during these last 2 weeks of the semester. And don't forget to eat.
We here at The Agenda definitely love inclusion and don't want anyone to feel left out this holiday season.
That's right.
And to celebrate this season of giving, we are giving a gift to you all.
A secular winter celebration story read by our very own mother, Megan.
Gather around, kids. Let me tell you the story of a night in winter. 'Twas the night before a day in winter, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The large socks were hung by the chimney with care in hopes that family togetherness soon would be there.
The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of, well, whatever their dreams may be, danced in their heads. Amanda in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. When out on the lawn, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a man on my lawn at night. Very weird. To the window, to the wall, lock the doors, call the cops. To the basement, to the gun cabinet, now run away all.
Megan, I hate this story.
Shut up! Now let me finish. He spoke not a word and went straight to his work. While ransacking our house, he turned with a jerk. And laying his finger on the side of his nose, he reached into his pocket and snorted some blow. He sprang to his 1995 Honda Civic and gave my wife a wolf whistle, and away with our brand new TV, he flew down like a thistle. And I heard him exclaim as he flew out of sight, "Happy winter, bitches, have one hell of a night."
Aaron, are you crying right now?
I just thought it was really beautiful. Also, I'm afraid to go home tonight. Oh, here you go.
Awesome. All right, door number 5. I can practically smell the non-denominational cookies. What have we got here? Pocahontas just stated that the Democrats, led by the legendary crooked Hillary Clinton, rigged the primaries. Let's go, FBI and Justice Department. Pocahontas is a lovely Disney movie. You know what movie I like to watch around this time? Home Alone. Did you know Donald Trump has a cameo in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York? Ha! Small world. Back to the show.
Thank you. Did you see anyone's broccoli? Thanks for helping us. No problem. You're welcome.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
You think getting dumped by text is harsh? Try getting dumped by a tennis ball. My ex-owner drove me out to the woods, yelled fetch, and by the time I brought the ball back, he was gone. Yeah, I was pissed. But the folks at the shelter helped me let go of my anger. I learned coping skills, like taking it to the hole. Boom! Now I'm ready to fetch again. But how about I throw and you run and get it?
Door 6. A tweet. That's my favorite social media platform. All right, here we go. Any negative polls are fake news, just like the CNN, ABC, NBC polls in the election. Sorry, people want border security and extreme vetting. Speaking of polls, my favorite pole is the North Pole, home of Santa Claus and his adorable elvish workers. Choo choo, that's the Polar Express. I hope they let me on this year. I hear they're tightening up their borders.
All right, time for some hard-hitting holiday journalism. On Saturday morning, Republicans passed their new tax bill, making this the first major piece of legislation that the GOP has passed since becoming a majority in the Senate. Earlier this month, President Trump referred to the tax bill plan as a big, beautiful Christmas present for Americans. But for most of us, this isn't a Christmas present. It's more of a Grinch pretending to be Santa as he steals Cindy Lou Who's Christmas tree scenario. So since this bill will be impacting just about everyone, let's take a look at some of the things it's going to do.
First, a little context. The bill's conception is draped in Scrooge-esque detail. The document itself is about 430 pages long, and senators weren't even given the weekend to read the bill before it was approved. It was such an erratic, hasty effort that Republicans were still crossing off pages and adding handwritten notes, some illegible, hours before it was passed. That's not even acceptable on a high school paper, let alone a governmental petition. If it was, you can bet your merry ass Mr. Monaghan back in American history would have been getting notes like, "I love your sweaters," and "Please give me an A, I'm dying of a rare unnamed disease and this is all I have."
One important section of the bill in regards to the separation of church and state, an idea that's been a core value in the U.S. Constitution since 1791. but that Republicans want to eliminate because, hey, why not pick and choose which part of the Constitution you want to obey? The pushback against separation of church and state comes from the form of 2 amendments. The first, passed by Vice President Pence, America's evil stepfather, would give a yearly $10,000 incentive to parents that send their children to private or religious schools. The other amendment would allow churches to endorse political candidates, which isn't so much connecting church and state as it is marrying them. So much for a party dedicated to maintaining the sanctity of the U.S. Constitution.
A good way to look at this bill is who's winning and who's losing. As we can see, churches are a major winner, and so are the 1%. And hey, let's look at it this way. The 1% are technically a minority, so for once the Republicans are giving a minority a win. Am I right, Alex? Yeah, right. According to the jumbled mess, the richest taxpayers in the country will be handed several victories once the bill is fully passed. For example, the tax rate for the top 1% currently stands at 39.6%, but under the tax bill, it'll fall to 29.6%, a full 10% lower, which translates to billions of dollars. In addition, corporate taxes will fall from 35 to 20%. Some of those corporations include Lowe's and Chipotle, who I can only assume will be spending that extra money on non-termite-infested wood and E. coli research. Now, if that all doesn't sound corrupt enough, wait until you hear about the donors. One Republican representative, Chris Collins, stated last week that, quote, "My donors are basically saying, get it done or don't call me again," unquote. So essentially, they're outright admitting that this isn't a bill for the American people, it's a bill for our American overlords.
And now for the people who are losing, aka everyone else. The GOP's tax bill looks like it'll be affecting everyone from the generally the poor to middle class to, more specifically, teachers and grad students. Some economists project that the bill will add $1 trillion to the national debt, which Republicans plan to make up for cutting the funding of Medicare, Medicaid, and Obamacare. They also plan to repeal Obamacare individual mandate, which could lead to disaster. Economist Larry Summers estimated that around 10,000 people will die every year under the new bill, as more patrons and insurance companies will pull out.
The more specific downgrades in this scenario are their own monster. Teachers will no longer be able to deduct school supplies they purchase with their own money, so if you forget your pencil during finals week, make sure to have your credit card on you. And speaking of college, the tuition waivers earned by grad student workers are now counted as taxable income.
Where do we even go from here?
I don't know, I'm so depressed. You know what, we're gonna take a commercial break so we can cry a little. The Agenda's Holiday Spectacular will be right back.
And then from this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore. And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy, and giving up impossible.
And then we're gonna turn on the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
Finally won.
What's your reaction? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world. There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
Door 7. Wow, looks like it's another tweet. We should have a contest as to, oh geez. We should have a contest as to which of the networks, plus CNN and not including Fox, is the most dishonest, corrupt, and or distorted in its political coverage of your favorite president, me. They are all bad. Winner to receive the fake news trophy. My family always has a contest for ugliest holiday sweater every year. You know what's not fake news? Being with your family to share in this joyous time of year.
We here on the Agenda like to keep it fun and festive for the holiday seasons. We've got the decorations and the sweaters, but what's the holidays without a little jingle jangle?
I need to know what compels you to say things like that.
Ignoring that and slaying away.
I hate you, but I love the holidays, so what do we have?
Well, we've got the Agenda Choir here tonight in the studio with us, led by Christina.
Hey, how
Aaron and Alex. Christina couldn't be here tonight.
Oh my God, Marissa, where is Christina? I swear she was just here. Please tell me she's not tied up in your car.
What? Absolutely not this time. You know how I feel about cars.
Cars are motion tracking devices that keep the government linked to your brain
at all times.
Exactly. I'm in the clear tonight. I've got my hat on.
Okay, you know what? Forget it. How bad can you botch holiday tunes? What do you have, Marissa?
All right, you guys ready? Got your hat on? All right, hit it. Have a holly jolly breakthrough. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if I'll be probed, but I live in fear. Have a holly jolly breakthrough, and when you crawl down the street, say hello to mind control and the lizards that you'll greet.
And just like that, Marissa ruined holidays.
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, of course you did.
All right, door 8. Crazy 8, that is. Ooh, like the 8 nights of Hanukkah. Let's jump into this tweet. How low has President Obama gone to tap my phones during this very sacred election process? This is Nixon/Watergate. Bad or sick guy. It reminds me of that old Christmas song about the NSA. We see you when you're sleeping. We know when you're awake. We know if you've been bad or good, so don't cover your webcam with tape. The Agenda's Holiday Spectacular will be right back.
Every one of us has a voice, and every voice has the power to shape the world. Ours is no different. Our voice is 85 years in the making, a voice that's more than 700 students strong, one of the largest in the nation. It's 10 different award-winning media partners sharing 34 outlets, all working united toward a common goal. Our voice reaches 30,000 households on TV, over 22,000 magazine readers per year, 500,000 newspapers, feature films in stores nationwide. Our voice is pride in what we do. It empowers students, emerging professionals, to ask tough questions and demand answers. We believe in our voice. We believe in its ability to change the world. And our voice makes us who we are.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Door 9. We're getting close to the end, folks. Put on some cozy socks and get ready for... another tweet. Oh boy. Why would Kim Jong-un insult me by calling me old when I would never call him short and fat? Oh well, I try so hard to be his friend and maybe someday that will happen. You know, who's old, short, and fat? Santa Claus. I've been really good this year, so I hope he brings me that nuclear fallout shelter I've been asking for.
All right, well, happy Kwanzaa, everyone. That's right. This is happening. Megan and Amanda told us that we needed to keep this episode more holiday-oriented rather than just Christmas-oriented, so it was decided that we would talk about Kwanzaa. Or it was decided that I would talk about Kwanzaa, even though I don't even celebrate... You know what, let's just get into this. After conducting my research on the holiday, I realized that Kwanzaa is a pretty cool holiday full of family, love, and celebrating African heritage that many people who are not African American are starting to celebrate because of its core values. Now, the running joke that most people have about the holiday is that it's basically a Black Christmas, but it's much more than that. Think about it. The 7 candles of the Kinara represent the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. I'm going to talk about a few of them for time purposes, but I highly recommend you guys learn about this. The first one is unity. Now, I don't know if y'all know about this, but the United States is the most separated piece of land in the world. Don't you dare try to tell me otherwise. We literally have 2 parties that society tries to get everyone to choose when electing our leaders. We are unified as a smashed statue. Another one, collective work and responsibility. Definition, to build and maintain our community together and to make our brothers and sisters' problems our problems and to solve them together. So you're gonna tell me with a straight face that we are maintaining a community while trying to take away net neutrality and universal health care? Phew, not my 1%. Now I understand that these principles were made for Black people in the 60s, a time where they faced serious oppression. However, you cannot tell me that people should not truly think about these words and their meanings. The last one I want to leave you with is creativity. To do as much as you can, or to do as much as we can in the way we can in order to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than we inherited it. Have a joyous Kwanzaa, everyone.
Oh, that was nice. Biologists have analyzed DNA specimens from supposed Yetis found in the Himalayan mountains and confirmed that Bigfoot is, in fact, just a bear. Today on the desk, we have Cheryl Walters to discuss her findings.
Hi, Aaron. I am so excited to share with you the results from our research in the Himalayas. I've brought some samples.
Don't listen to that liar!
Who was that? Where'd that come from?
It was me, Aaron.
Oh, hey, Madison.
Madison Millhouse, Bigfoot enthusiast.
Wait, did Megan and Amanda allow this?
No, but Megan put herself in a hot cocoa coma again, and Amanda's dealing with that. So if we could just speed through this, that would be super.
Should I go?
No. I have some beef with you.
Maybe you can just show us the samples, all right, Cheryl?
Of course. So today, with me, I brought...
Before you do that, I want you to consider something.
Okay.
Hey, that was months of research in that bag.
Well, I'm here to say your months of research were all for nothing because I, Madison Millhouse, Bigfoot enthusiast, have seen the Yeti himself live and in person.
Well, you see, that's a common misunderstanding, but the DNA in that bag you threw proves that a Yeti is just a large Asian bear.
Yeah, the dead bones you found were from a bear, but what I saw was a Yeti. I saw it last week, right by the Cuyahoga River.
I don't think Bigfoot has ever been to the Cuyahoga, Madison.
Aaron, you were there. It was right after Cameron and Tori had to pull you out of the water when you fell in. Anyways, I wandered off because I heard something behind us in the trees, and there he was, Bigfoot himself.
Are you sure you weren't on drugs?
No, Cheryl, not this time. Anyways, I tried to take pictures, but my phone was conveniently dead, and since no one else was around anymore, I had nothing but my memories. But luckily, I had an entire salami with me on that trail and left a trail all the way back to the studio, so in time, you'll all see.
I don't think Bigfoot would eat salami.
Madison, you don't eat salami.
See?
What?
It worked. He's here. Be quiet. He's very shy.
What?
Oh, wow. I can't believe it. My whole life is a lie.
Wasn't that just Danny in your coat?
No, Danny's right there.
Oh my God.
I've got to go make some calls.
Wait, so why did you walk away when I was drowning in a river?
The Agenda Holiday Spectacular will be right back.
No, you can't do that. That's not your job. That's my job. That's what I do.
Okay, everyone. Sadly, it looks like we only have time for one more door. We've really loved spending this time with you. Here we go. One last tweet. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving, but get ready. Our country is in big trouble.
Welcome back.
Let's go! Man, nice points, man.
Uncle Gary, why? I need to get mine.
Since this is our last episode of the season, we want to give a special thanks to Rachel, an Agenda family member who is graduating this semester, and we put together a compilation of her greatest hits to send her off.
Today on the agenda, we're asking people what it would take for them to drink this.
I want attention, and I'm determined to get it by any means necessary.
What's up? Name's Suzanne from Portland, 420 friendly, very friendly. I'm here with my amazing new boyfriend.
What is up, idiots? It's your boy, Chad Chatson.
Rachel Ramrez. Oh, God. I don't think I can do this. It's like I'm really public speaking, and then I'm singing to you, and there's like all these people here, and then it's gonna be broadcast a million places, and I really don't. You dumb man. Your masculine energy is out of control. My spirit guide has spoken to me, and she said, we must go on a journey unknown to find the path to the end. Let's go, friends. There's clearly nothing down here anymore.
I love music. I'm a total music freak.
Dan, get your stuff. Gotta go to Coachella. I don't know if I can do this. My entire body is covered in burns. This is what I've always wanted.
To Suzanne. Back in the days of diaries, Suzanne was the quirky but chill stoner best known for tripping acid and being a vegan.
Quirky Kayla. Today I'm here with my gay bestie, Triggered Trish.
You crying?
Just in love with you. And hopefully I'll be vlogging my life on the farm. Rachel, reeking of essential oils, chased desperately after the gray kitten into the forest. Suddenly, Ian appeared, and he I can't read any more of this. It's too much karmic damage. My 24-hour vow of silence begins. Yeah, I was expecting something more out of this experience, but I'm ready to move on. Just can't wait to go back to the BMV and hopefully meet a nice guy trying to renew his license.
Rachel, we're all gonna miss you. Is there anything you'd like to say while you're here?
I'm so embarrassed. That video. No, thank you guys so much. I don't know what to say.
Let's give a round of applause for Rachel, everybody. Alrighty, well, let's close out the show.
Everyone, we want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts for watching tonight. A special thanks to everybody in our audience. This semester was a garbage fire, but it was a fun garbage fire.
Yep, Alex and I usually hate each other, but I think we can bond through holiday cheer, especially after the tax bill segment.
You know what? Yeah, anything's possible.
As long as we agree that Christmas is the best holiday.
Oh my God, thanks for coming tonight, everybody. We wish you all a Merry Christmas, a Happy Hanukkah, and a joyous Kwanzaa. Good night, and thanks for watching the Agenda's Holiday Spectacular.
He's gonna get himself killed!
Wow, I can't wait for the blooper reel on this one.
No!
I'm veteran.
Ready? I don't know.
Whoa.
The Higuchi handbag was obviously a knockback. Knockback him! Do you know who I am? Hey, Dime. You're smart.
I love it!
Wow, I love feminist Big Bang Theory.
Lana, did you just go out with... Money, what bill? I look directly at that camera. love bail money.
Wow.
I spent the whole weekend in jail.
Megan, you're pulling the shot.
What? Did somebody say bad cop?
A little soon.
I don't know, you guys paused. I just assumed. You're gonna get us fired before.
Pretty great.
I was like, what are you doing in my apartment? You know what I just realized? There's no mic on the camera.
Pours water on me and I go, hello.
Hello. Oh, you okay? Okay. Fantastic.
Whoa!
I'm gonna kill you, man. Oh, she's bidding it out. That's fantastic. Yes, perfect. What is the f***ing deal with Pizza Hut? I am sick of it and I'm a Domino's girl.
That not only did
Hello, from the top.
No, it's from the top.
I'm so sad.
Wow, we left Christina.
Yeah, you gotta do that one again.
From a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.